And now we're going to move on to the movie review section of our show. And boy, oh fucking boy, are you guys in luck. We have 2 movie reviews for you today.
2 reviews?
You've been waiting to do that, haven't you?
The whole week?
The first review we're going to do is for a small little movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now, you're probably familiar with this film. The trailer went kind of viral. It was a horror movie involving Winnie the Pooh, only made possible due to it becoming public domain.
Yes.
Now, I'll start with this. I have a love of film and filmmaking. Making a movie is one of the hardest things you can do in the universe. And this movie had a very low budget. And so the fact that a bunch of people came together and made a movie for a low budget and it made $2 million at the box office, I think is a beautiful thing. And I love that. And I wish all of them success in the future. With that being said, wow, this movie's bad. It's so bad. It's not even bad good. It's just bad. My mic fucked off.
There's like 1 or 2 moments in it where you're like, all right, that's kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
But like for the most, you're just like, what's happening?
Yeah, like and it took itself way too seriously. I feel like we could have had a chance to have like a really fun, funny,
meme, campiness,
self-aware movie, and the movie doesn't even come across as self-aware.
No.
And the shot construction was poor, the writing was poor, the editing was poor. If we come out of a movie and the first thing Hannah says is that was edited very poorly, it was edited poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that nothing worked.
No.
Like nothing about the film worked.
There was no motivation.
Every moment of laughter came from unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like there were a couple intentional laughs. There were moments of self-awareness in the movie, but the entirety of the film did not feel self-aware.
No.
The main character has no arc. They do nothing, which leads to a meaningless backstory. And the thing that sucks the most is that this idea is now wasted on this movie, this Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Because if anyone tries in the future, it's just going to be like, oh, well, we know how that turned out last time, you know? And I know that this director, this filmmaker, had a lot of plans to go on and do like a Peter Pan horror movie and all this stuff. If you're going to do that, which he might because he made money on this movie.
This is the backing, yeah.
Please just make it good. And I'll go see it. And I believe in you. Like, you know, you got the money, you made the movie. Wasn't great. If at first you don't succeed,
Hopefully
try
they
again.
can afford a second light.
Oof. But yeah, your thoughts on Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
I mean, yeah, pretty much what you said. You know, given the trailer and the concept, you're expecting memes, campiness. You know it's not going to be good going in, even based off the trailer. But I was at least expecting some entertainment because a movie can be bad and still be very enjoyable.
And I expected it to at least be competently made, and it was not.
No.
Like on any level. Even the sound mixing was bad.
And I think that it was disappointing because of that. I think you're just left with this kind of low budget dumpster fire that just you're waiting to fizzle out. Now, thank God it was an hour and 20 minutes because I don't think I could have gone any longer with it. I think some of the sets were actually pretty cool. Like the 100 Acre Wood set, like the wood caverns and stuff. Like that was cool. But like if that's where your budget went, I think I would have preferred it to go to buying a song instead of like free tunes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't, it didn't work.
They
took a swing. What?
I was just going to say, like, it didn't work. Yeah.
It didn't work, but it did work because it made money, but I think
the idea made money.
The idea made money.
Yeah.
And I hope that it's a shame, like you said, that we got it kind of wasted on this because the Winnie the Pooh horror movie is very funny. I'm interested. I want to research kind of the licensing stuff about it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what's off limits because of what if Disney's done with the character.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I'd be very interested to know what aspects of that because it's just Pooh and Piglet in this. There's not...
And for viewers wondering, like, what we mean...
Yeah.
The public domain law is... very strict when it comes to previous adaptations. Like, for example, Wizard of Oz is public domain. Anyone can make a Wizard of Oz movie, but what you can't do is have the red slippers because Disney did that in their adaptation, and that itself is copyrighted only to Disney.
Yeah.
But the original source material, Wizard of Oz, is public domain for you to adapt. So anything not in that source material that someone else used, you can't. So I'm curious because I also don't know the original Winnie the Pooh source material either. So I'd have to like go figure that out. But yeah.
Because that's like even with like the Lord of the Rings TV show that just came out, they had to adapt the books. They could not take anything from the movies. Mm-hmm. So I'd be interested to know what kind of parameters. I don't think that gives them any leeway on my end. I would just be curious for my own knowledge.
Yeah. And
then what they did, like, can now no one do a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be curious about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be curious to look into that too.
Long story short, don't bother.
Yes. Can I steal your line?
Yeah.
Oh, bother. Don't bother.
Yeah.
I liked that one. I like that one a lot.
Thank you.
But yeah, unfortunately, did not enjoy it. It is not a recommend.
Not a recommend.